Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com and welcome to my detailed breakdown of the Wilwood Superlite 6-piston front brake kit available for your 94 to 04 Mustang. Plain and simple, the Wilwood kit should appeal to any SN95 owner out there looking to make a serious upgrade to their braking performance by going with one of the most capable kits in the category, at least in my humble opinion. The Wilwood option will currently be your only choice in the category to deliver a 6-piston front caliper, and it's also going to be the only option currently in the category to deliver a 2-piece rotor design. Now these guys will be a little bit lighter than those cast 1-piece rotors, and they're also typically a little bit better at heat dissipation. As far as your install difficulty here, well, I'm calling it 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Yes, there's some work involved. Yes, you have to bleed the brakes, but I will have some more detail on that later on. Now because you are getting these massive 6-piston calipers, you are getting the 2-piece rotor design, I would think this is going to be the perfect brake upgrade for the SN owners who track their car regularly and are looking for more initial bite and less fade when the car is pushed hard on the track. Or, on the other hand, if you have a street car, show car, and you just simply want a baller set of brakes behind your favorite set of wheels, obviously this will be a great choice for you as well, while also providing you with a nice little brake upgrade. Now guys, I must point out, Wilwood does state that you have to use this kit with a 17-inch wheel or larger, otherwise you will be looking at some clearance issues. But if we can pull back a little bit here and talk about the brand, in my opinion, Wilwood is part of the holy braking trinity in regards to the most popular braking options in the aftermarket and on the site. And of course, I'm referring to Wilwood, Bear, and also Brembo. Now, all three of the options I just mentioned are going to deliver quality components, and all three, of course, will help improve your braking performance while giving you a little bit more of an appearance boost as well. And if I can be completely honest here, guys, yes, this is a functional modification first. No one is arguing that, but come on. You can't argue the fact that this will be a massive upgrade in appearance as well. Looking at these bright red, shiny 6-piston calipers riding on the black 2-piece rotors behind your favorite set of wheels, I mean, it's just gonna look so damn good. In fact, check out some of the customer submitted images on the product page to get a better idea of how this kit might look on your own ride. But let's get down to business and talk about what the Wilwood kit really is all about. And of course, that's braking performance and a monumental braking upgrade for all SN95 cars out there. More so for the 94 to 98 Mustang owners because let's face it, those factory brakes were dismal. Single piston calipers riding on a 10-inch diameter rotor. I mean, come on Ford, what were you thinking? These things oftentimes faded very quick on the street with some spirited driving or of course on the track. Now the 99 to 04 non-4 valve cars saw a small upgrade in the form of a 2-piston caliper, but were still pretty sad overall, while those 99 to 04 4-valve cars did receive a proper braking setup in regards to a 13-inch rotor from Brembo and aluminum 2-piston calipers. So again, much better overall, but still room for improvement, and that's where the Wilwood kit enters. Well, let's break down the Superlite kit from Wilwood a little bit further. Again, you're looking at that 2-piece rotor design, 12.8 inches in diameter overall, working in conjunction with these absolutely massive and very drool-worthy 6-piston forged billet calipers in bright red. Now, these two parts alone are enough to cement this as a very worthy brake upgrade for any street or track-driven SN95. Wilwood does ship their Superlite kit with a BP10 brake pad. Now this is going to kind of be your all-purpose or all-around pad, but more geared towards street use. Not really going to make a whole lot of noise, and they're not going to throw a whole bunch of dust. That being said, if you do plan on installing the Superlite kit here from Wilwood on a dedicated track or road race car, I'd probably suggest upgrading the BP10s here to a more track-focused pad like an E or PM compound pad from Wilwood. They'll be a little bit better at withstanding the extreme heat cycles and will also produce less fade overall. Just be aware though, guys, when you do step up to a more aggressive pad, you will see a little bit more noise in addition to a little bit more dust. Now, I do really want to hammer home again the fact that this is currently your only option on the site to deliver a 2-piece rotor design, more specifically the aluminum top hat here from Wilwood, working in conjunction with the black electro-coated iron SRP rotor. Looks very sick now, don't get me wrong, but just don't expect that black coating to hang out for too long here on the friction surface. It will eventually disappear after a few cycles. Now, these things also feature the drilled and slotted design, and no, I'm not going to get into the never-ending discussion about drilled and slotted versus a solid rotor, but what I can tell you in a nutshell, the idea behind a drilled and slotted rotor, just to help with heat dissipation a little bit better, also to help vent any extra brake gases or moisture future under hard braking situations to eliminate or reduce any fade. Now I do want to remind you guys one more time, because it is very important, running a larger brake upgrade like this will require the use of larger wheels. Again, 17-inch or larger to be exact here with the Wilwood Superlite kit. Not exactly a problem for the 4-valve cars out there, but everybody else should be aware of this fact, because if not, if you run a smaller than a 17-inch wheel, you will start seeing some rubbing. While we're on the topic of requirements, Wilwood also states that this kit will not work with your factory brake lines once everything is installed, meaning you either have to buy Wilwood's optional FlexLine stainless steel braided kit from the product page here, or you can just go out to your local parts store and buy some new fittings. In my experience, guys, just spending the extra 60 or so bucks on Wilwood's braided kit will not only be the easiest upgrade as far as convenience, but it's also going to be a nice little upgrade over those rubber factory lines as well. As you probably imagine by now, upgrading to a brake kit from anybody on the site here, whether it be from Wilwood, Bear, or Brembo, isn't exactly cheap and will no doubt be a pretty solid investment. That being said, the Wilwood kit, again, your only option with the 6-piston calipers and your only option with the 2-piece rotors, is going to cost you right around the $1,500 price point, which really isn't that much more dough compared to your other options on the site from Brembo or Bear, which, by the way, will only give you a 4-piston caliper and a 1-piece single cast iron rotor. Just some food for thought. Well, let's switch gears and get into the install briefly with the Wilwood kit. Again, just a general overview to give you a better idea of what to expect when it does come time to start wrenching. And honestly, guys, the physical labor of switching the stock components out for the Wilwood components really isn't all that bad. It's the switching of the lines, the bleeding of the brakes that can stretch the install slightly, in addition to needing to safety wire the top hats to the actual rotors themselves, which, if you've never done it before, can be a little tricky, so have fun with that. But nevertheless, guys, I'm still going 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Maybe a few hours in the shop or garage to get knocked out. I would recommend starting with assembling the Wilwood components here first before removing the factory components, just so you're ready to rock and roll once everything is out of the way. Once those factory components are removed, simply install the Wilwood stuff in reverse order, install those brake lines, fill up your fluid, and now it's time to bleed the brakes. Now, if you have the correct tool, you can do this by yourself if you'd like. Otherwise, grabbing a buddy will definitely be the tried and true way. Once your Wilwood kit has been installed and the brakes have been bled, you can get to work bedding the new pads to the rotors. Now, this is just to ensure the proper performance of the new brake kit, in addition to extending the life of the pads themselves. To do so, Wilwood does include a very detailed process of bedding the new pads here, and it just basically consists of a few repeated stops from specified mile an hour with a proper cool down time in between. And guys, it is very important that you follow this for the better benefit of your brakes here, and it is very important that you do this before you really thrash on the car or the new braking system. Wrapping things up here, guys, brakes are one of those things that should really never go overlooked. So if you have a dedicated track car and you're looking to take advantage of the massive 6-piston calipers and the 2-piece rotor design, or if you just have a street or show car and you're looking to take advantage of some of the appearance benefits in addition to the improved braking, the Wilwood Superlite kit will be a great choice, and you can grab one right here at AmericanMuscle.com.